One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the Washington Huskies kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Washington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Huskies offense will go to work first. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's Williams to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. Snagged out of the air. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. And a sure tackle after the completion, and he stopped short.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
He might want another play. He leaves it with his back. There's some room. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. This offense set up with a 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Inside the 35. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. A little release to the back. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running, or receiving out of the backfield, they're going to continue to highlight this guy.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to...
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Here's a little room there. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Throwing, Williams. Fires to the right. On target over the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll go to the counter play. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you...
Snags it, and there's running room. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's looking to pass. He's got him in the flat. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Wants to throw it again. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoops out of bounds. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the try is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Escapes trouble. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Williams. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Handoff from the gun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Williams looking for a man. He'll pull it down. 1st down and more. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Maybe a crease. He's now up to 75 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Williams on the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Huskies.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Got his man. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Motion from the back. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Looking left. He makes a catch. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Third and 3. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got the tight end. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He's looking to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. Dar forced to settle for 3.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Akron, taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Zips, with the lead right now in the first half in a battle of 1-0 teams. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put toe together and get this second half started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, catching up with Coach at the half, they have got to be more balanced offensively. The running game has been reliable here in the first half, but now their opponents are stacking the box on defense. It is crucial they get the pass game going, get those guys out of the box, and force them to cover downfield. A more balanced attack is essential to start the third quarter.
Holly, thank you. Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. Got 9 yards on the play. Leaves him with 3rd and a yard. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Offense set on first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Swings it out to the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we got to come out, start.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
Ready. Red 18, red 18. Liz. Shift. Ready, go.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Motion from the back.
Go.
They just keep firing. Got his man on the outside. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Trainer's out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Looking to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. He gets nothing, nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, going to the air. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Give to the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. After 3 periods of play, and these 2 running backs have gone head-to-head. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll go right back to the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Williams. It's complete on the right side. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They run the reverse. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Williams will pass. Fires to the big fella. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. Right back to the well. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need 1 more on 3rd and 7. Here's Williams to throw. Finds his big tight end. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him in.
Maybe some room here. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Flag 14. Flag 14.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field.
Ready, go!
They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the first. He now has 115 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener.
Down, ready. Blue 22, blue 22. Go, go!
They'll give it to the back. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They'll go to the ground. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. I know this is disappointing, but plenty of teams have suffered early losses and come back to have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami, one of the great teams of all time. Blown out in the opener, won the national championship.
Well, some of us weren't alive. Everybody probably playing this game wasn't alive with that comment. But yeah, great example, Reese. But listen, your season isn't over. Things still down the road for you to look forward to, still improve on, can still have all of your dreams out in front of you. But, you know, 83, Jesse, I know you were playing college football then, but share.
I think I had just learned how to walk. And it's funny, guys, you know, just like that 83 team, this team that lost here today, they are also very talented. They just got to take care, fixing up and cleaning up some of these mistakes, but no doubt, lots to play for moving forward. Can't wait to see what happens next week.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.